Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And you know, Christmas was just a few days ago at this point, right? Like, we've gotten through, we're into the new year and everything, but I mean, Christmas was just, you know, a week and a half ago or whatever now, so it really hasn't been that long. And well, of course, people have found an opportunity to use Christmas to clout chase, okay? Now, it's been a while since we've directly talked about clout chasing here on the channel. It's been a minute since we've, I guess, reacted to or talked about one of these clips in which people will post to themselves, man. People doing this kind of stuff, you know, they do all kinds of corny stuff for attention. Like, people really need that self-validation, right? Like, they need the ignorance that they put out to be, like, validated on the internet by other people who are ignorant, and I don't even understand that, man. Like, and they're like cool with that. They're cool with the fact that they just post basically videos of them at their worst, just absolutely highlighting the horrible behavior in their lives, and then they think that it's like cool when other people react to it and like find it funny or whatever, right? Well, I don't find it funny, okay? And as a matter of fact, I'm about to make, I would say, some pretty good points, right? Like, because when you see a clip like this, man, like, you can just tell that this is the kind of person that's gonna ruin their children because of the way that they're acting, right? So before we go ahead and jump into this, though, I do want to remind you guys, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Of course, also, I just dropped Optimus Season 2 in the merch line. You can go ahead and cop that down below at shopopti.com or at shopoptim.us. Great way to support the channel, but with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look.
I'm just trying to get the kids, you come with 3 fucking gifts?
Where the kids at, man?
For the
you doing
kids
too
for
fucking
Christmas?
much, dog. Like, it's too cold for this shit, man. Can you get the kids so I can give them my
serious?
gifts? What the fuck is your problem,
What
dog?
shit is this?
Can you
Alright, so this is who I'm gonna assume is the father of the children or whatever in the situation, bringing some Christmas gifts over to give to the kids. It, from what it looks like, appears that, like, the mom and the dad are separated, right? And he just stopped by to drop off the gifts to his kids for Christmas. And, well, that I think alone is sad enough, right? Like, cause from this situation, I'm gonna go ahead and make a pretty big assumption that this type of abuse in this relationship between the two of them happens beyond just the camera, okay? Because from what I'm seeing on the recording, he's a pretty reasonable, adjusted person, right? Like, he's actually attempting to fucking do something for his kids, trying to make sure that he can give them something for Christmas. I don't know how many kids there are between the two. He's trying to be an adult about the situation. He's not trying to cause a scene. He's simply reacting to the disrespect in the way that he's being treated by the mother in this situation, who, might I add, found it so comforting to verbally abuse this man in public, out on the doorstep, berate him for the amount of gifts that he was able to provide for his children, things like that, right? That she took her phone out and recorded herself doing it for a TikTok video, okay? So keep that in mind, right? Like, he seems pretty calm, reasonable on camera. She is very clearly ignorant as fuck on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys a multiple choice question here. Do you think that carries over into the private lives between the two when there's nobody paying any attention? Do you think maybe it worsens? A, yes. B, yes. C, probably. D, all of the above. There really isn't any other options, right? So,
get the kids so I can give them my
Look
gifts?
like now
Can you
for
get the kids so I can give them my
Christmas
gifts, dog? What the f is your
the fuck
problem,
you
dog? You
wrap
trying to be on
this
this
shit
arguing
up?
shit,
Look at
man?
this
It's supposed to be a happy day, man.
bullshit. Is
Like, can
you
you open the
serious?
motherfucking door?
keep in mind, like, there's snow on the ground, like, he's obviously dressed for winter and everything. It's cold outside, and she's choosing to do this, which is what I don't understand, right? Like, if you don't like somebody, that's one thing, right? You can disagree with, you know, the person that you were in a relationship with, you know, the father of your children. You can disagree with them. You cannot like them. But at a certain point, you have to have a formal relationship with them in a way, in the benefit of your children. Like, it's not a game. This is not some sort of, like, drama set. This is not reality TV. This is real life. Like, you have children together. They observe what you do, okay? They observe how you behave. And oftentimes, kids will mimic how they view their parents, right? How they see their parents behave. And it's how cycles start. It's how things start that shouldn't happen, okay? And if your children see, on Christmas of all days, you verbally berating their father for not being able to get them more than 3 gifts, for standing on the front doorstep, trying to be a good father, trying to provide for his kids. They see you acting like a complete fucking idiot, you know, swearing up a storm at somebody who's trying to do something nice for your kids. They're gonna take that into account, and it's going to end up in their behavior in some way. Like, it's already bad enough that their parents aren't together, and there's already a strain in that kind of relationship, but you willingly adding more for unnecessary drama, might I add, is absolutely ridiculous. Keep in mind, this is all for a TikTok, right? There's no legitimate reason for her to be behaving this way. She's doing this in order to shame this man publicly and to make an example of him because she thinks that that's fucking funny. She thinks that that's like cool and that's something that should be done. It would be different if he walked up and like, you know, threatened her or something crazy and she was recording for safety or for evidence or something like that, but no. Everything that I see on video indicates to me that he was being completely adult-like in this situation and that he did not really deserve anything that happened. I mean, of course, you can make the argument that, yeah, we didn't see what happened before the camera was turned on or whatever, right? But I really doubt that he was able to just switch his behavior like that instantaneously from being like a horrible dad or whatever, just instantly to like trying and whatever, right as she started recording for a video, right? Like, I really just don't see that happening.
And get the kids and give them my motherfucking gifts, please.
You think I'm finna show my kids this bullshit ass gifts? The fuck is this shit? The fuck wrong with you? Come here with this shit.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with him? How dare he attempt to give his children some gifts for Christmas, right? How dare he actually try to be present in their lives, you know? Keep in mind, it's a lot of people out there who their dads straight up just walk out on them or just like abandon the family. You know, they just don't care about the fact that they got kids. It's not that important to them. They really just don't care. They're just heartless like that. And then this guy is actually trying. And then when he tries, he gets shit on like this. So I'm not understanding, like, what do you want him to do, okay? Do you want him to be there for the kids? Do you want him to make an effort? Do you want him to get them gifts for Christmas? Do you want him to try and be in their lives? Or do you want him to just go fuck off and live a different life? I mean, realistically, you're pushing one opportunity away from the other here. I think anyone with a brain cell can figure out what I'm saying. This is the type of shit that makes him probably not want to come around you and put in effort, okay? But he loves his kids, I would assume, and that's why he's actually doing this. The fact that you, as an adult, felt the fucking audacity go through you, the gumption, might I add, to smack some shit up out of somebody's hands like that is beyond me. Keep in mind here, and men will know what I'm saying when I say this. If this is some shit that happened in a gas station, somebody would have got put the fuck out. Most men standing in a gas, like, let's say you're in the gas station, right? And you got, I don't know, you got an Arizona in your hand and some Takis or something, right? If somebody came up and smacked that shit the fuck up out your hand, most men in that instance are either swinging on that person or they're giving them a shove or they're verbally, you know, I guess instigating that shit. You know what I'm saying? But because this is a woman who smacked some shit up out of his hands and it's the mother of his children and he's not an asshole, he's made the grown-up decision once again to just try and move on from that and try to be polite and cordial and be a fucking adult, which I gotta say, this man probably deserves the Medal of Honor. Give this man a Nobel Peace Prize for the way he maintained composure, because I gotta say, it's a lot of people out there that would not have acted this way. I'm not understanding, once again, like, what she even thought was like, gonna happen here. Like, oh, you hit that shit out of his hands, congratulations. You know, first and foremost, it's not even his shit, if you think about it, right? At this point, he's giving it to his kids. You're like, attempting to tear your kid's shit up at this point, man. How do you as a parent even mentally justify that? Like, oh, I'm mad at this guy for insert reason. Let me try and tear up the fucking Christmas gifts that he got my child, right? Let me smack those out of his hand outside into the yard, not knowing what's in these, okay? You have no idea what's in them, okay? So, you're just smacking them shits all across the yard like that, right? For no fucking reason, right? Like, why? So you can be petty for a TikTok, okay? So you can get some attention on the internet. Well, congratulations, you got the attention. And everyone now notices how much of a piece of shit that you basically are. Like, imagine being these kids, right? And this is, I think, the worst part of the situation because, like, you can say whatever you want about, like, the issues between the dad and the mom here on video or whatever. You can say whatever about the Christmas presents, okay? I think it's just a good thing that he even tried in the first place. But when you have your children watching this type of shit, that is not good, okay? Because, I mean, like I said, imagine you're these kids, right? And you see your dad trying to make an effort. You see him actually show up on Christmas and try and make something for you, right? He tries to make something to make your day better. And then the mom that you presumably live with is verbally berating him in front of all the neighbors, you know, yelling. She's filming it for the internet to see. So other fucking morons on the internet can berate your father too, okay? She's smacking the shit that he's supposed to be giving you out of the hands of the dad, which, like I said, is some shit that if any man on planet Earth did, he would have gotten laid out like a long time ago, right? You see all this, right? And like, what goes through your head as a kid, right? Like, you're not fully developed, like, who do you side with? Because you live with your mom, okay? She's probably telling them all this shit about their dad, trying to ruin their perception of him as a man and everything. But then you see him, like, what can you think of him? Like, man, I wish I lived with dad. I wish he, you know, actually had custody of us. What can kids think in that situation? And like I said, kids pick up on behavior, man. Like, if they see shit like this constantly throughout their lives and they grow up thinking this is okay, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna think that this shit is okay. They're gonna think that this is cool, that this is the way to behave. And I'm here to tell y'all, this is not how you act. Do not behave this way. This is unnecessary, to say the least. So I hope that the internet attention was worth it, honestly, because when you really consider it, right, like, you're potentially ruining the relationship with your children when they see this shit. You're clearly trying to ruin the relationship with the father who's trying to be good to your kids. Like, I don't know if ruining your relationship with your children or, like, ruining them for life is worth it for you to get some attention on the internet, but, man, like, you gotta really start reconsidering, but...
What the fuck is your problem, dog? You're doing too fucking much, man. You got me fucked up, man.
You thought it was sweet,
dog, get my motherfucking kids, man. You trying to drop shit, man? This shit costs too much motherfucking money, man. What the fuck is your problem, dog?
Is that your ride or something?
Dog, what the fuck is your problem,
dog? What the fuck is that?
Dude.
Huh?
You doing too fucking much, man.
That,
get my motherfucking kids. You so motherfucking
disrespectful. You wanna buy
man.
shit for hoes and shit?
Man, you so fucking disrespectful as a bitch, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, and about you is about my motherfucking kids. Remember that.
Motherfucker, you remember that? What the fuck is that?
Dog, what the fuck is...
With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, just not really liking this one, and signing out.